see. That's good. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey. I just don't know what to do. Yeah. So look, Jay, I just came back up here on my job to sit in the parking lot. Oh wow. Oh wow. So hey guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. I'm your expert trainer, Danni C, and this is where fitness meets politics, okay? So I love you guys, and we're going to talk about some things today. You know, my biggest thing is with me, my pet peeve, and my biggest thing is what's happening with with the illegal aliens that's being allowed to do everything in our neighborhood: crime, sell things without permits, make money, get money, take all our tax dollars, everything, and that they allowed to do that. You know, that's my pet peeve. So, taking away our resources from the citizens, and not only that, trying to make us pay for this, that's my pet peeve, period. What's going on in this administration, and that what they have allowed to the invasion and the treason that took place and that's taken place against the American citizens and against the Chicago citizens. So I'm going to make sure I let you all know what's happening with this situation. Okay, so that's one of my main goals on this channel, to keep you all informed of this invasion and let you all know that, hey, we're not accepting it, and we're not going for it. And listen, it's up to us to do something about it and not allow this. All right. So with that being said, okay, so look, y'all, I want to tell, we got the sweatshirts in. So look, we got the sweatshirt. Chicago feels red. We got the sweatshirt. So look at the sweatshirts. Wear my sweatshirt. Love the sweatshirts. Look, got the sweatshirts. And like I showed you all yesterday, what we got for the aldermen that voted on that bogus bill that they knew was terrible. Disgrace 50, baby. We got disgrace 50 for them. And look, we coming for them seats. We got these shirts. So make sure, if you all want to order your shirt, everybody should be working. If you in Chicago, everybody in Chicago needs to be walking around with Chicago Flips Red, Disgrace 50 for your aldermen. We got to let these people know we ain't playing. This is our city, and we taking it back. You all work for us. And since you all forgot that you work for us, Democrat Party, you would never be in power. We taking over. We're taking over. That's what we're letting them know. And we also got the Chicago Flips Red. All right. So if you all want to purchase, I will have the link. Is Chicago All Hands on Deck at gmail.com. You all can email and then, put your order in like that. Or, you can just, I'll pin everything, all the information, my information as well, because a lot of people ask me, Danny, how can I help? How can we help? We know what you're doing. How can we donate? How can we do this, help you? So I will put the PayPal link up. I will have my personal Cash Out link, Zelle link, and everything. If you all want to just help me personally, like I said, I thank you all. You all have been, and thank you. If you all want to do that, or if you all want training, I'm an expert trainer. So if you want virtual training, I will be having virtual training starting at the beginning of the year. So if you all want to be healthy, because one thing about me and one thing I push, my number one thing, I cannot do none of this unless I'm healthy. I got to eat right, and I have to work out. You cannot take care of your family. You cannot go to work. You cannot fight for anything if your health go down. If you don't have your health, don't nothing else matter. You cannot do, if you can't get out of the bed because you're sick, what can you do? What else matters? You can't go to work. You can't go fight this cause. You can't do nothing. You can't take care of your family. So whatever you do requires your health. That's it. That's the number one thing. So I always, that's what I'm about. That's what I preach. You got to be healthy in order to do anything in life. All right. So if you want to, if you're in Chicago and you want training, I'm your girl. Number one trainer, that's me. That's what I do. And I get the results you need. But if you want virtual training, we can also do that. Virtual, starting in January. So that's the number one thing I'm going to always keep pushing to you all. Your health, your health, your health. Because without that, you can't do anything. That's what I'm really, and I'm so proud and glad that Trump is have allowed JFK, Robert Kennedy, to be over our food and and us being healthy, because I definitely preach about the food, how our food is garbage and everything that's in it is making us sick and making us die earlier than cancer at an all-time high. We got high blood pressure. We have autism, lupus, all this stuff you never heard of back then. Lupus, you have high blood pressure, you got diabetes, all of this is killing us younger and younger and younger. So this is one of the things that I'm so glad that we're addressing here in America, because that's always been what I've been about. Okay, so with that being said, just like, yes, absolutely, you all. So I also did a 6-week challenge to get us kind of acclimated to working out and eating right, eating healthy. I did a 6-week challenge. I gave you all a 6-week workout video. It's on my page. And I gave it to you all December the 2nd. So we were doing that for 6 weeks. And remember, we're eating no sugar and no starches. So make sure that you all are doing that, because I don't want to hear nobody talking about who on my channel. My New Year's resolution is to be healthy and eat right. Now we already started that. So we're going to take that serious. Okay. So I love you all. Love you all. Do you have your virtual training rates? I don't have it posted yet, but I will. So listen, I'm gonna I post a lot of that on my IG and my Facebook. So I will be posting that. So I'm gonna leave all my links pinned to this video when I finish. Okay, so you all have that and be looking out. And I probably will post it on here too as well. Okay. So with that being said, hi everybody. Hi my beautiful people. I love you all. Okay, so let's talk about, remember yesterday we were talking and I told you all that I was going to come and talk about this, how we got this lying fake news. Remember I told you we right now and period, we're the news, we're your media, the people who are on the ground telling you what's going on. The media is you, the media is me, the media is everybody in the neighborhood telling you what's really happening. We're the new media. Fake news and lying media is over with. Remember I told you all that in my video yesterday. And then we were talking about the Aurora, Colorado incident. Remember we were saying that, and I was telling you all how I was maybe going to talk about that because one of you all brought it up about what just happened. And I told you how we knew that we already knew it was true, and how fake news lied to you all and told you all that wasn't happening. Even when Trump was highlighting all these things, and the fake media doing their job to fool the masses and work for the Democrat Party on behalf of them, when they blasting a narrative that they knew wasn't true and they knew that was detrimental to the American citizens, yet they still did that, even though their job is to inform us what's really happening and to let us make our decisions. Because they have not did that, and because they have did the Democrat bidding, they should go to jail for treason. Remember we was talking about that yesterday? So remember, and I said, okay, I might talk about this. Let's talk about it. And then we're going to get on Brandon Johnson and what Tom Homan had to say about him the other day. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's look at this video. Let's see. Let's go on here. And let's see how the lying fake news think that they gonna keep lying to us and we not gonna hold them accountable. Okay, let's go here. Remember this. Remember I told you about J.D. Vance. Remember when J.D. Vance was telling this lady about what was happening with those apartment buildings, and she tried to make it seem like it wasn't really happening, and it was just one or two, and I told you on the last video that how these people who don't have to deal with what we have to deal with, how they sit up there and try to make it seem like we don't know what we're going through, and we lying about what we're going through, and because they are so far removed from reality, they live in a uphill gated communities, and they got policing all around their neighborhood. Then they try to tell you what you said is a lie, and when we try to tell you what's going on in our neighborhood, they try to make it seem like we don't know what we're talking about and discredit it. Remember, I was talking about that yesterday. Let's see the clip that I told you I was going to let y'all see. Why these people should be in jail for treason. Now remember this. Let's see. Hold on.
We're limited to a handful of
remember this.
I'm going to stop you. The incidents were limited to a handful of apartment complexes, and the mayor said our dedicated police officers have acted on those concerns. A handful of problems.
Listen to them.
Only, Martha, do you hear yourself? Only a handful of apartment complexes in America were taken over by Venezuelan gangs, and Donald Trump is the problem and not Kamala Harris's open border? Americans are so fed up with what's going on, and they have every right to be.
Okay, remember I told you I was going to show y'all that part.
The number one trick
that this lady had the nerve when he was trying to...
You look even better in person than
when he was trying to tell her what was going on.
Limited to a handful of
Let's look at that again. When he was trying to tell her how she minimum that.
The incidents were limited to a handful of apartment complexes, and the mayor said our dedicated police officers have acted on those concerns.
Do you hear yourself? Only a handful of apartment complexes in America were taken over by Venezuelan gangs, and Donald Trump is the problem and not Kamala Harris's open border? You seem to be more focused with nitpicking everything that Donald Trump has said, rather than acknowledging that apartment complexes in the United States of America are being taken over by violent gangs.
Let's just end that with they did not invade or take over the city, as Donald Trump said.
Listen to this. Hold on. Listen to what our lying media. This is what I'm telling you. Look at this lady. This is why I keep telling y'all, these people who are so far from reality, who don't understand what we go through, who don't even care, got the nerve to get on TV and say what's not true. That's what I'm talking about. This right here is why these people should go to jail for treason. Look at this. This lady got a lot of nerve. He's trying to tell her this. Let's look at it again.
Apartment complexes, and the mayor said our dedicated police officers have acted on those concerns.
Do you hear yourself? Only a handful of apartment complexes in America were taken over by Venezuelan gangs, and Donald Trump is the problem and not Kamala Harris's open border? You seem to be more focused with nitpicking everything that Donald Trump has said, rather than acknowledging that apartment complexes in the United States of America are being taken over by violent gangs.
Let's just end that with they did not invade or take over the city, as Donald Trump said. I want to move on to
just a few apartment complexes, no big deal.
ABC's Martha Raddatz attempted to fact-check Donald Trump.
Just a few complexes, no big deal. Now, this lady, let one of these people, she see them in her neighborhood. Let her see one of these people in her neighborhood. She would only have to see one in her neighborhood before she go and probably go crazy on her alderman or her police chief about seeing one of these illegal aliens in her neighborhood with a gun. But you okay and gonna tell us that it's okay when they taking over apartment buildings and it's not all that, it's not really happening like that. This is what they do. I don't know if y'all remember that, but yeah, I just told you all from yesterday that I was gonna show you this clip. We talked about it, that I was gonna show you this. Just to remind you all. Okay, let's see this. Now, this is what's actually happened. We're gonna listen to, because it came out that the police have arrested these people. Now, let's hear the citizens talk about what's happening. Now, this just came out.
After huge developments with
Okay, hold on. So this came out 18 hours ago about that they actually arrested these people who've been taking over, terrorizing the whole Aurora, and the people who outside of that, not just the complex, not just over there, but all around the surrounding areas have been being terrorized by these people. So now, come to find out, which we all knew, oh yeah, it is happening. Now this is 18 hours ago. She's going to talk about it. And she's going to talk to the residents about it, which the residents had already been saying this was happening during election time when they told you this was a lie. Okay, let's hear about it.
After huge developments with the troubled Aurora apartment complex this week and the discovery of alleged Venezuelan gang members, neighbors are speaking out. Alongside an Aurora council member, community members close to the Edge at Lowry complex are hoping more can be done. Fox 31's Kasha Carriage was at that meeting today.
Kim, neighbors told me they heard shots in that area as recently as last night, but they say because that zip code is one of the poorest in Aurora, they would have a hard time finding home buyers if they moved out, leaving them feeling stuck.
Dodging bullets almost daily, picking up other people's trash.
Bullets on the ground.
Neighbors of the Edge at Lowry near 12th and Dallas in Aurora describing what they often see and hear.
I've known from day one that this is real. And I also knew that from day one, it didn't just impact the folks that were living inside these apartment complex. I knew there were folks like you.
Councilwoman Danielle
So listen, these are not just impacting them all around. Remember what we saying, that we are being impacted. If you're not being impacted and you live in Chicago, your surrounding suburbs, y'all being impacted, and y'all gonna be impacted around by these people, because they don't just stop here. Actually, it's people seeing them in Indiana now. Now listen to what she said. Because by them, they have allowed these illegal aliens to wreak havoc. Now they can't even get out and sell their homes because the value of the property is going down. The same thing I've been telling you all in the videos. Now when you want it, because you're a property owner and you've been paying, your house is paid off, you've been paying, you've been doing what you're supposed to do, going to work, doing what you're supposed to do, and now they allow people to come in who don't care nothing about your neighborhood, wreak havoc, and now you can't even go sell your property because you're not going to even get what it's worth, because don't nobody want to deal with this. So it affects everything. So let me just, I just want to make sure you all listening to what they're saying. Let me just go back a little bit.
Living inside these apartment complex, I knew there were folks like you.
Councilwoman Danielle Jurinsky joining the Mayberry Community Safety Collective on Saturday, a group of neighbors helping keep each other safe. Some wanted to remain anonymous for fear of retaliation.
We don't want to have to do this. It puts us in risk of our lives.
I know.
But we can't leave. So really, we don't have the luxury of not doing anything.
Earlier this week, Aurora police say 19 people were detained after a brutal home invasion and kidnapping at the Edge at Lowry. 16 of them, confirmed to be Venezuelan, are being held in ICE custody. 3 others were let go.
We do not care about your immigration status. We don't care if you're documented or undocumented. What we care about is your safety. What we care about is people like this cannot continue to victimize somebody over and over and over.
Aurora police announcing on Friday they will seek charges for 11 suspects.
It's hard to get people to believe it if they don't see it. I also would add, it's incredibly hard to get people to care unless they themselves themselves are experiencing it.
Exactly.
Some residents worry about leaving.
The value, I mean, how much are we gonna be able to sell our house?
Home values are down and interest rates are up.
But the group wants to bring awareness to how they live every day.
This can happen at the edge, it can happen anywhere.
That group told me they invited the police chief and the city manager to their meeting today, but neither showed up. However, the chief did just host a press conference yesterday about the Edge at Lowry arrest.
So you hear what they said. Like she said, your property value down. You can't move because you ain't going to get nothing from it. But the interest rates are up. This is what they put the American citizens, this is what they put us in. And like the gentleman said, they don't care because they don't have to deal with it. Just like the gentleman said, they don't care because it's not happening in their neighborhood. It's not happening to them. Kamala and Biden, it's not happening to them. Brandon Johnson, it's not happening to him. He have a 200 police detail. His kids got details and his wife are safe. They don't care because it's not happening to them. It's happening to you and me, but we want to keep voting for these same people who don't care nothing about us. Kamala don't have to deal with this. The Biden and Harris administration don't have to deal with this. Guess what? It's Christmas time. Guess what? Kamala going to her $1 million home with all the millions she done made selling America out, and they living a great life. Joe going to his home in Delaware, whatever, his kid, his crackhead son, and all of them, they just living the life off our tax dollars. They kids safe. They kids gonna live their American dream off us. They don't care nothing. Brandon Johnson, this whole Democrat machine in Chicago, they're gonna go home. Your aldermen that sold you out, they're going home, and their family is going to live great. Have a great Christmas. While you, the people who still want to keep voting blue no matter who, stuck with the aftermath of dealing with this garbage. Now, remember they told you that wasn't happening. Remember when Trump was talking about that and J.D. Vance were on the campaign trail talking about this. The media they were trying their best. Even though we saw the videos with the guns and them going to apartments, they told us that wasn't real. The police chief, the mayor, all of them told us it wasn't real. It's not happening. That's not illegals doing this. They told you it wasn't an issue. Just to come back. And now the truth comes out. We knew the truth. We knew it was the truth before y'all fake news came and told us. We believe our lying ass. Remember they tell you don't believe your lying ass? But we do. Because we know that you all are enemy to the people, fake news in the media, in the Democrat Party. You all covered this stuff up because you didn't want Kamala to look bad and you wanted us to vote for this garbage for the next election so it can be even worse. You knew that was going to happen. All those sellouts who told us to vote for this garbage because remember, like the guy said, they don't have to deal with it. Your property tax is going on. So not only are you already taxed out of your homes, you already can't afford it. Now you trying to sell your home to get, now you're not even getting what you put in it or what it's worth because they got the neighborhood so bad. But these people, your aldermen, your mayor, your governor, they rich. Brandon Johnson worth $3.5 million right now. It haven't even been 2 years. So that's what you all got to start opening your ass at. These people are no better than you. You deserve for your kids to have a great, safe and neighborhood, a great place to grow up in, a great place to celebrate the holidays. If that's what you do, you deserve. They kids and they safety are no better than what your family deserves. Especially when they doing all this off your money you paying. Okay, so let's see this because I want to just go back and show you all just because that was brought up in the video last night that I told you all I was going to show you this. Okay, let's see this. Now, remember this police. Remember, they wasn't talking about what the Biden and Harris administration was doing. Remember, They first of all, the Biden and Harris administration and Homeland Security and all this FBI. Remember, they didn't cause this. They don't know what happened. No, actually, but they were told us, no, Trump killed the bill. It's Trump's fault. All this that's happening is Trump's fault. Remember they told us this? Remember during the campaign season, the media told us this, it was Trump's fault. And then everybody, all your sellouts, Roland Martin, Al Sharpton, all of them allowed for lying Kamala to come on their platform and tell you that she didn't do this, and the White House was, they tried to stop this, and they tried, and Trump killed all this. It's Trump's fault. Trump, Trump, Trump. Wow, we got 22 million people over here. Remember that. And the lying media covered up for that. Now, let's hear what the police chief got to say now. Because remember, they were saying that this wasn't happening. Now, we about to get the real deal. Now that Trump is in office, and now that the American people have said, we're done with this. We mandate Trump to come in and do what he got to do. Now, the real truth want to come out. So the media, you lying piece of POS. You lying because you allowed the lies to be said on your platform, and you allowed it. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what he really said. This is the police chief now that's talking. That's happening. What's happening in Colorado?
Was stabbed. They were terrorized for more than 4 hours before the victims promised not to call police if released, and they were. And the victims did call authorities. Today, the police chief had strong words for the White House.
Now listen. Today,
I had a discussion with an individual from the White House, and that occurred back on September the 23rd, I believe. And that person basically told me that, hey, once these immigrants get across the border, that's all we really care about.
Okay, hold on. Now you just telling us this? Now you want to tell us this? Why you didn't say this during election time when before people voted was so that people can make up their mind who they're gonna vote for, because they have sound and they have educated information and they have real information. You what? Too little, too late. People who already voted for their own demands, if this broad would have got in, Kamala, you should have said this during election time. But you see how these people do? They had this information. He said this is in September. The White House told him this. All while she was going on the campaign trail, and the media and these lying people told us, no, she don't know what's happening. This ain't happening. This is not true. You knew this in September. The White House told you this. But now you're gonna come back after the election to inform us. Why you didn't inform us before election time, before we had the chance to vote? This is why these people who we elect we gotta do a whole clean sweep. This is why what I'm talking about with these people. You knew this before. You should have been came when this story first broke about these people, these illegals taking over neighborhoods and taking over apartment buildings. You should have came out and said, hey, I tried to contact the White House in September, and this is what they told me. So all of them, it's everybody's fault for lying and covering up. So let's go back. Let me play that again so y'all can hear what this man just said.
Details of this crime are just horrific. And he says they were brave to call 911. The details of this crime are just horrific. Police detained up to 15 suspects believed to be Venezuelan migrants as well. They say broke into an apartment, took the victims to another unit where they were bound, pistol whipped, and the male was stabbed. They were terrorized for more than 4 hours before the victims promised not to call police if released. And they were. And the victims did call authorities. Today, the police chief had strong words for the White House.
I had a discussion with an individual from the White House, and that occurred back on September the 23rd, I believe. And that person basically told me that, hey, once these immigrants get across the border, that's all we really care about.
Once they get across the border, that's all we really care about. This in September, the individual from the White House told you that. Once these people get across the border, that's all we really care about. When was you going to let us know? Why you just not letting us know right now? You see what I'm talking about? Do y'all see what I'm talking about? That's why I keep telling you all, this media, you not credible no more. It's over for you, mainstream media. We are the new media now. The regular people on the ground giving you information, we are the new media now. You all have lied and been fake news far too long. We will never give you a chance to lie and deceive us again. Trump called it in 2016 fake news. And everything Trump have said up until today has been true. Name one lie he told that's not now coming out to be true, which the people who already knew and could can look at what they asked and see what's going on and had critical thinking skills can say 1 and 1 not adding up to 2. We already knew this wasn't a lie. But the lying media, what they did was treason, what I keep saying, on the American citizens. So now let's see what Tom Homan had to say to Brandon Johnson. Okay, so let's see this. Now, Tom Homan was just at an event, and this is what he had to say to Brandon Johnson.
Why would someone fly across the country for
See, this is crazy.
Because
How you doing?
Okay, let me see this. Hold on. I can't. This is kind of low, y'all. So listen.
How you doing? So look, if I offend anybody today, I don't care. Some of the media says I'm offensive. I'm okay with that. If I get to live in their minds rent-free, that's kind of cool. Hey, look, for the last 3.5 years, I wake up every morning pissed off about what this administration did to the most secure border in my lifetime. I worked for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan. And every president I worked for took steps to secure the border because they understood you can't have strong national security if you don't have border security. We didn't know who's coming in, what's coming in, where it's coming in. No one was better than President Trump. He was one badass president who secured the border at unprecedented levels. Illegal immigration at a 45-year low. Illegal immigration down to 83 to 90%. Extraordinary work. Joe Biden is the first president in history of this nation who came into office and unsecured the border on purpose. Not by mismanagement.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, because I got a thank you so much. I got a for my super chat. Trey Raleigh said, Did you hear that immigrant kids in Chicago is getting $2K from that budget they passed? Not American kids, but illegal immigrant kids. Yes, for that budget. The kids are getting $2K. I'm gonna talk about that. Yes, I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about that next. Yes. You all, did y'all know this? Remember I told you in that budget, while your alderman sold you out, immigrant kids are getting $2K. Yes, in that budget. Okay, let's look.
Not by mismanagement, not by incompetence. They unsecured the border by design.
By design.
The first day I smiled when President Trump won this election. I woke up the next morning, I was happy. I smiled for the first time in a long time. Then I got angry again. Because even though they lost the election, they're still moving thousands of illegal aliens in this country every day.
See?
CBP-1 app still running. They're selling pieces of the border wall, for God's sakes, that you and the American taxpayers paid for at a hefty price, and now we got to buy it again. There's no smooth.
Thanks, Candace. I gotta stop y'all. I gotta acknowledge my people who are donating. I really do. Let me see. Thank you so much, Candace, for your super chat. Thank you so much.
Transition, they're going to destroy this country up to the last day they're in the Oval Office. But I got news from January 20th. The greatest president in my lifetime is going to walk into the Oval Office to take this country back. President Trump called me a few Fridays ago and says, okay, you've been bitching about the border for 4 years. You want to come fix it? I said, absolutely. I'm back. I got to learn how to retire. This is the second time I can retire to come back to this president. But I love this president because he loves this country.
See?
I love this president because he wants to secure the border. I love this president because securing the border saves lives. What Joe Biden did by unsecuring the border is this. Sex trafficking, up over 600%. No suspected terrorists, people on the terrorist watch list, well over 300 apprehended. President Trump in 4 years, we had 13. We ended catch release. Joe Biden's released at least 8 million illegal aliens in this country in violation of federal law.
Listen.
And I said it before, for the millions of illegal aliens that have been released in this country in violation of federal law, you're going home, and Tom Homan's going to make sure that happens.
Hold on, let me acknowledge my super chat,
Think
y'all.
about this for a moment, what they did. They created the biggest national security
Okay, let me pause this. Thank you so much, Tom Lennon. You said, I love what you're saying. Every American needs to hear this. Thank you. It's criminal what they are doing. Keep up the fight, Danielle. Much love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So remember, listen to what he said, you all. He just told you, and I keep showing you all. Thousands and thousands are still coming in, y'all. They still coming in, still flying them in, biting them. They're still letting these people. I showed y'all video after video of thousands that keep coming across this border, and they still flying them in, you all. This is invasion and treason against against America. These people need to be locked up. I keep telling y'all this. We cannot allow no Democrat to get back in power for what they did, the treason against the United States.
Ever seen. I already said there arrested over 300 people on the terrorist watch list.
Let me see.
But there's over 2 million known gotaways.
2 million
Why did 2
getaways.
million people pay more to get away? Why didn't they pay less to be turned over to the Border Patrol, be released within 24 hours, get a free airline ticket to the city of their choice, get a free hotel room at $500 a night, get 3 square meals a day, get free medical attention, and get work authorization within 120 days?
Look.
Why did they pay more not to take advantage of this free giveaway program? Because they didn't want to be vetted. They didn't want to be fingerprinted. These are your gang members. These are the ones carrying fentanyl across the border. And these are people from terrorist-related countries. After 9/11, we created all these databases. You got the FBI screening database. You got the DOD intel database. You got the visa security program, which stopped thousands of people from getting the visa to come to the United States like the terrorists from 9/11 did. So we vet them now, and we vet through the process. You don't get a visa if we find derogatory information in your background. But what terrorist today is going to put himself in a position to ask for a visa or ask for an airline ticket when he can simply go to Mexico and be a part of that 2 million getaway?
Listen.
I don't know how many terrorists cross this border under Joe Biden, but someday we're going to find out. It's going to be a bad day for America. When that happens, we're going to have one badass president in the White House, that's Donald Trump, who's going to make sure we respond appropriately. People always ask me why I take this so seriously, and people say, Tom Homan's a racist, Tom Homan's a national. Say whatever you want. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Why do I care? I care because I stood in the back of a tractor trailer with 19 dead aliens that suffocated and baked to death, including a 5-year-old boy that died in his father's arms. Throughout my career, I've seen tragedies, I've held dying children. I've seen dead aliens on the trail. I've talked to little girls as young as 9 years old that were raped multiple times by criminal cartels. They're animals. When you look into a little girl's eyes, 9 years old, who have adults take everything innocent and pure from her, you look in those eyes have no life in them. Her life will never be the same. That's what pisses me off. Because President Trump had us locked down. He had it locked down.
Listen.
And this administration came in and unlocked it. People die on the border every day. Women are sex trafficked in this country every day. That's why I'm pissed off. And that's why the best day of my life was President Trump getting reelected to save lives. A secure border saves lives. It isn't rocket science.
Are you overwhelmed?
Okay, let me tell you. Let me acknowledge.
Hi, so no one knows what that means.
Miss Bunny, thank you. Let me Miss Bunny says, so proud of you, Chicagoans, for standing up and fight. Keep on fighting. God bless. Thank you so much, Miss Bunny. All right, this is commercial. But listen to what he's saying, you all. Listen, this is why I keep saying we cannot feel bad. It's not about how, you know, you just don't want people to come over here. Look what's happening, the evil. This is why we had to have a drastic deportation. This is why, y'all. This is crazy. This administration is crazy. Okay, let me let him finish talking.
I get fired up over again. You Trump.
Y'all, this is what we voted for. This is what we voted for.
That's right. President Trump's going to make this country safe again. President Trump's going to make our border great again. President Trump's going to decrease illegal migrant crime at unprecedented rates because out of the gate, day one, we're going to focus on public safety threats and national security threats. They're first. They're coming first. And Trenda Agua, your days are numbered. My gang's bigger than your gang. And we're going to take you out of the country. We're going to port you out of here.
Because they all in Chicago, you all.
Coming to the greatest nation on earth and victimizing Americans in this country. Your days are numbered. You're number one on the list. MS-13, you're right behind them. To the sanctuary cities.
Listen, y'all.
You want to attack me every day so you can put roadblocks up? You're not going to assist us. Shame on you. Shame on any elected representative, any congressman, council person, any mayor, any governor who don't want to remove public safety threats from your community. And they're here illegally.
Yep.
That is your number one responsibility, is protect your communities. So if you're not going to do it, President Trump and ICE will.
Hold on for 1 second. Remember, I said they should go to jail for treason. You all, when they promise and put their hand on the Bible and be sworn in, they are sworn to protect us. It's about us first. When they do that, when they don't do that, then they are in violation of what they swore to do in our constitutional right. This is treason. This is what I keep telling you all. You gotta see that these people who your mayor, these aldermen, these governors, everybody have to go. And I hope they get locked up. The Truth Roll with TYOCAB. Thank you. She said the Democrat rats allow us to be in edit and use our TWX tax dollars to do that. Yeah, to do it. Yes, they did. The Truth. Yes, they did. Thank you for the donation. Super chat. All right, let me y'all, I gotta acknowledge my people who give me super chats. I gotta acknowledge them. Thank you so much, because I really appreciate it.
The mayor of Chicago.
Listen to him.
A real bright guy. Says Tom Homan isn't welcome in Chicago. Well, guess where Tom Homan's going to be day one? Chicago, Illinois.
Say he ain't welcome. You a lie.
I'll be there of Chicago has spoken. I went there a few weeks ago. The black community is upset. The whole community is upset because violent crime is up and millions of dollars in public services are being given to people who are not supposed to be here. Meanwhile, the tax-paying community that is in a bad way because of the Biden administration's economic plans, they're getting robbed every day by giving millions of dollars to people who aren't supposed to be here. That's not the way it's supposed to be, folks. It's not okay to be in this country illegally. It's not okay to enter this country illegally. It's a crime to enter this country illegally. Now, let me continue to educate sanctuary cities. You want to not help? Fine.
Listen.
Shame on you. If you don't want to protect your communities, shame on you. But we're going to do it for you. You're not going to stop me. We're coming. So put up all the roadblocks you want. Go on, knock them down. And don't cross that line. People say Homan threatened to prosecute everybody in the world. I'm not threatening to prosecute anybody. What I'm saying is there's a line. You don't want to help, that's fine. But there's two statutes you need to be familiar with. One's 8 U.S.C. 1324 III. If you knowingly impede, if you knowingly harbor and conceal an illegal alien from ICE, that is a felony, and there will be consequences. Now let me make it clear. The governor says I don't have the authority to do that.
Look at the governor.
Bullshit. I'm not a U.S. attorney, but U.S. attorney certainly does. And we'll ask for prosecution. We will not let you prevent us from saving the American communities from illegal alien crime. It's not going to happen. We're going, we're coming. So even though I say we're going to prioritize criminal threats and national security threats out of the gate, that's a fact. However, when sanctuary cities won't let us into the jail to arrest the bad guy in the safety and security of that county jail, which means they're going to release that criminal back into the immigrant community, which puts the immigrant community at risk of crime. It puts our officers at great risk. Rather than arresting a guy in the safety and security of a county jail where he don't have weapons, now we got to go to the community, find him. We have access to who knows what weapons. You're putting the community at risk. You're putting officers at risk. You're putting the alien at risk. And I'm going to give you exactly what you don't want. You don't want us in jail? All right, so I'll send a whole bunch of agents into your community, and we'll find the bad guy. And when we find the bad guy, he's probably going to be with others that aren't a priority apprehension, but guess what? They're getting arrested too. So you're going to get exactly what you don't want, more arrests in your communities. I don't want to do that. I'd much rather be safe with the agents arrest the guy in the county jail, but they don't let us in. Fine. You're not going to stop us. We'll go to the community and we will find him. You're not going to stop us. Put all the roadblocks you want. It's not going to work. We're going to do this. Because American people demand it. You gave President Trump a mandate.
See?
Make sure that mandate's held up.
See?
President Trump's backstage.
That's our president, y'all. That's our president. That's a real president right there. Thank you, Samuel. Samuel said, thanks, Miss Danielle C. I appreciate your work in integrity of true journalism on the ground in Chicago. This is real news. This treason of Democrats have hinderously been devilish. Love you. Thank you so much. So y'all heard what Tom Homan said. And you see he's directing it, give direct orders to the mayor of Chicago and to your governor. I told you, and I showed you in the video how they call themselves trying to proof Trump, put all these executive orders, sign all these laws into place where they're trying to make sure they have it where Trump cannot come in and do what we mandated him to do. That Tom Homan can't come in. So they they crashing out for these people. They setting all type of executive order. They changing laws. They doing every type of thing so they can Trump-proof these sanctuary cities. But like he said, he came here and he did. And we met with him, the black residents. You know, the face that's supposed to be for the Democrat Party, what they say, hey, the black women, and we are for the black people and all that. No. The black faces went and said, we need you to come here and we want you here. Skip what they talking about. We are behind you 1,000%. So all that other stuff that Brandon Johnson talking about and these other people talking about, I don't know what you're talking about, but we know what we want. We need you here. We want them gone. Because like I said, you see the people that's here. We already, you all, I told you, they do not show all the crime that's going on. The crime that's going on, I just showed you all in the video prior to this, not the last one, but before. Y'all can go watch my other videos because I don't want to keep, but how the illegal aliens are killing people, throwing their bodies in the garbage can. Then they up there having shootouts right close to me, a house that's occupied by illegals, a house getting free everything. All they doing is partying all day and night, and then that was just shot all the way up. It was a shootout. What, 8 people got shot because they having parties every day, all day, and that was 2 o'clock in the afternoon when that happened. But neighbors said they've been partying all day, in and out. The police been called there plenty of times. This is what's happening in our communities that they don't, the mainstream media is not telling you, it's not showing you, but they sure making a big deal about Trump coming in and getting these people. Have y'all heard? They every time they say, so do Trump is talking about coming in doing a mass deportation. Is he talking about taking families and kids and all that? They sure are concerned about that. Now, they're not concerned about the citizens, us saying that, hey, we're having shootouts all in our neighborhood with the illegals. We're having all this migrant crime that's going on. We're having different trendy agua here that's going into it, getting into it with the black gangs, with the Latin kings, with the Mexican gangs that's here. They don't want to hear that. All they want, all the mainstream media want to talk about, hey, how do you feel about Trump saying he's going to deport kids and families and women with kids and migrants and immigrants that been here? How do you feel? No, see, that's what they're pushing. They're not pushing, hey, did you know that Trendy Agua or a Venezuelan gang just killed another migrant, threw his body in a dumpster? Hey, shouldn't you make sure this is not what the press is showing you. Hey, it was just a illegal alien just threw another illegal alien body in a dumpster, and then another illegal alien shot him. Hey, shouldn't you be, Brandon Johnson, shouldn't you be working with Trump and Tom Homan to get these people up out of the neighborhood? Is that a safe place for the residents? Should they be under the, should your residents have to deal with that? Should residents have to deal with that type of violence in their neighborhoods? Bad people who came over here illegally? That's what your media should be saying. That's what your media should be saying. They're not even covering that. The only thing your media is saying, hey, what about Trump saying he coming to get the kids? What about Trump saying he doing this? That's all they care about. The narrative they want to push. So you can feel sorry when Trump come in and ICE come in and do what we mandated him to do. No, we're not feeling sorry. Sorry. Drastic calls call for drastic measures. That's what it is. We don't feel sorry. You came over here, you broke the law, so therefore you gotta deal with the consequences. That's what it is. So this is how our live media watch it. Watch the stories. Go look at the stories they're covering and how they're covering this illegal alien crisis. They're not telling you what they're doing in the cities. They're not telling you the crimes. They're not telling you that. All they doing is trying to put this narrative out that, oh my God, he's taking kids and stuff. So when Trump come in office and he do what we mandated him to do, that's what they're going to start showing you. They don't think you forget about these games because they ain't showing you this. So all they going to show you is kids and mothers and ladies and stuff being taken. That's all. So you can put on your heartstrings and you can feel sorry and you can be mad at Trump and they can call Trump racist and they can call Tom Homan racist and xenophobic and y'all fall for it. Therefore, now, because they don't have no dog in the fight, they don't even, it's not bothering them. They're not even dealing with your situation. They can go home to their safe community, gated community, and now leave you stupid dealing with this. That's it in a nutshell. That's this party. And our live media. So, getting back to what the gentleman was saying about, did we know that migrants, okay, so let's talk about this. The gentleman said that you know that migrant kids was getting 2K. Let me let y'all hear this. I told you that budget was bogus. I told you that. Illegals, yeah, full circle essence. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so make sure you like and share, you all. Please like and share. I'll be right back. Like and share, please. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please subscribe, y'all. So when I go live, you all get the notifications. Like, subscribe, and notifications, please. All right? All right, you all. Yes, 2K a month. See what they trying to do. See, he's with CTU. Let me say this. He's with CTU. And what he did in that CTU bill, in that new CTU plan, all up under homelessness, this is how they stealing the money. So in that CTU proposal for the schools, what he's doing is trying to link everything with homelessness. If you don't know, the illegal aliens make up majority of our homelessness now. They don't care about homeless people, because if they cared, they would have been doing something about it. So since they brought all these illegals here and they make up majority of our homelessness, now he want to spend all the money on homelessness under the umbrella of we helping the homeless, but you not, because the illegals make up all the homelessness, majority of it. So what you're really trying to do is help them under the umbrella of helping our homelessness. So now what he proposed and that what he did and that CTU is what they doing in the teachers union and CPS is, now we know we got all these illegals, kids in our schools. So now what he's saying is, if you're a legal kid, and I mean if you're in the schools and your family is homeless, which the illegals are, then they're going to give them so much more money and pay them. That's so the bill came out. It was that was like some months ago that it was posted on X, where everything that was in that CTU, everything that he was pushing for, and they got, and it laid out the whole plan about how they was gonna do it. That was posted on X like some months ago. I'm gonna go see if I can find it, and then that will probably be another show. We can read about it, and we can read everything that was implemented in that whole CTU breakdown. And it's all about funding illegals, getting illegal kids stuff, everything. So that's what he's talking about with this 2K. But I'm gonna let you hear Kyla Trust, because she was just on Fox talking about it, and that the gentleman bringing it up, I'm just gonna show this, but that would be one of the another live I do, because I'm gonna show you I'm gonna get that CTU, I'm gonna get the whole everything it entails. I'm gonna find that list, and I'm gonna come back and we're gonna talk about everything that's in it that's for illegals and their kids. And why they pushing this affordable home thing, why they trying to put all these affordable homes up, why they're taking our money and our tax dollars and our TIF money that's supposed to go for our neighborhoods, that's supposed to go to our communities, to build up our communities, while they're pushing all this in affordable homes for these illegals. Thank you so much. Trey Riley said truth. Okay, hold on. Trey Riley said truth. I mean, that program for kids, that get after school jobs. Listen, that is shut down because of the budget. But I thought the money was for these programs. So true. Listen to what Trey Raleigh just said. And thank you for the super chat. Hold on, let's get it. Trey Raleigh just said that program, remember that program that was supposed to be for the kids to get after school jobs? Remember Brandon Johnson came and said, hey, I gave all the black kids, you know, the black and brown kids and the black kids benefited for these after school programs, and I gave them a lot of jobs. Remember that? He was talking about that's where the money was going and things like that, and talking about everything he'd been doing for the black and brown community, and it really helped the black people, the kids, which we knew was a lie. And then, remember that? I don't know if y'all remember, but this is what Trey Raleigh is talking about. That program for kids that get after school jobs is shut down. Now, yeah, he shut that down because of that budget. But I thought the money was for these programs, because it's not for those programs, you all. It's really to funnel money to these illegals, because that's their new voting base. That's their new voting base. That's their new priority. If y'all can't tell who their priority is, they don't care nothing about the American citizens, because we're saying one thing and they're doing the total opposite. If you all can't see how the Democrat Party, what they want and what their agenda is, the American citizens in Chicago citizens, we're saying one thing and they're saying something totally opposite of what we saying we want. And they're spending our money totally opposite of what we saying we want. This is what these people are doing. This is why I keep saying, y'all, if we don't show the Democrat Party right now that you never, ever push this communist, what's the other word, y'all? What's the other word that I'm trying to use? I'm trying to find. This communist socialist agenda here. If y'all ever try to do that on America, we're not. America is a free country. America is all about capitalism. We don't want to be ran by the government. We don't want the government controlling that communist. They tried that in Venezuela. That's why everybody in Venezuela is running here, y'all. They brought that communist agenda to Venezuela, y'all, where the government is controlling everything, controls everything. You know that same program Kamala Harris tried to implement? More government? When they do that, remember she was talking about the gouge pricing, and the government was going to be able to set the prices of the groceries and set the prices of this. This is what they tried in Venezuela. This is what they did, which started food shortages, which why they are so poor now, which why they are going hungry and starving, because they tried this whole agenda, this communist agenda. They did that in Venezuela, and look what's happening. Everybody from Venezuela is running here. Remember communist China, all that? That's more government. That's the agenda that Kamala was trying, all that price gouging. She was talking about the government was going to control the prices of food and stuff. And everybody was talking about, oh my God, that's so great. No, it's not. Look at all the places that's tried it. That's why all of them running here, because it's terrible. It kills a country. And that's what it did to all these, to the countries that's now broke and running over here. So that don't work here in America, which we are governed by capitalism. That's how we do. You control the pricing of the demand and supply. How much, if the demand for eggs is high, then that's what we're going to get. If the demand is what it is for, I don't know, for honey, then we're going to get honey. But we're going to be able to, this store can charge $3. This store can charge $5. This store can charge $1.99. Now, because they have to compete with each other, we can go and get something lower. We have options. But with this Kamala, with these people, this administration, and now the Democrat agenda is more government, more. So now they want to control everything. They want to control censors, which what we say. They want to control how we say it. If they agree with it, if they don't agree with it, it's deemed misinformation, disinformation. You can't say it, and they want to regulate everything. This is how this government tried to do. This is a Kamala Biden. That's why they was calling her Communist Kamala. This is what she was trying to do. This is the Democrat Party. So they allow all these people to come over here who were already in a communist economy, and they come over here and they listen. They fund them, give them free everything. So they okay with that. They okay with that. They okay with getting free everything. They okay. So now what you do is now before you know it, the American free citizens, you all try to bring that, and you try to make us who know we free and know this is not how it goes. We're going to fight against it. But if we put people in power and they keep creating laws and things like that and tell you we're a democracy and not we're republic, which is republic is governed by the Constitution, and get you to believe that you're going to go along with these programs that's not beneficial for America. Therefore, bringing this anti-America agenda here, bringing all these illegals here, and before you know it, the government is ruling everything. Your day-to-day, what you do, what you say, what you can't do, look at China, that social credit score. Look how they're doing things. People can't even go and worship God. Christians can't say Jesus, because the government controls their whole way of life. This is what the agenda these Democrats have tried to bring, and if we allowed Kamala to get in, this would have been America. Yes, Homan will help. So with that being said, I just had to say that just because of the comments. So yes, thank you so much. So you all got to understand why we rejected all of that. We reject that because we want to be able to just make money in America, be free, take all the regulations, less government. That's it. No regulate. We want less government. When we have less government, look, you free to run your business. Less government means I don't have to, if I don't want to say, if I'm a Christian and I don't want to put on a cake, a trans, or make something that go against my belief and my religion, something, if you're a transgender, whatever. Hold on. Thank you so much. Trey Riley says, should we get Beetlejuice to do an investigation like she did for Dalton against Brandon Johnson, CTU? No, Trey Riley. You know why? Let me tell you why we ain't going to get Beetlejuice to do an investigation. Because under her administration, that migrant crisis that started, she had funds for that too. So we going back to her administration where we want Trump and the DOJ to investigate her administration of forensic audit on how she allocated those funds for those illegals as well. So she not getting away from that. From her up until Brandon Johnson, that's where the investigation needs to start. So she might be going to jail too. Y'all, she might be going to jail too, to be honest. Please like and share, you all. Please like and share for me. Thank you. Okay, so now let's listen to Carter Trust break this down, what you all had asked me about this. All right, so listen to what Carter Trust had to say. Now, Carter Trust is, I don't know if you all, but a lot of you all should know her. She is definitely about Chicago and getting rid of Brandon Johnson and Trump and everything. So this is our sister Carter Trust. So she was on Fox News breaking it down.
Far left mayor Brandon Johnson.
Okay, so hold on. So Carter Trust was on the news, Fox News and Friends 9 hours ago. Now listen to her break it down. I'm gonna let her hear her break it down.
far-left mayor Brandon Johnson facing calls to resign. It comes after the city's public schools CEO was fired Friday after he refused to take out a $300 million loan for a new teachers union contract. That is the same union that once employed Mayor Johnson. One op-ed arguing it is time for Johnson to resign, saying this, quote, "You have demonstrated you are not a mayor for all of Chicago, but only for your friends at the Chicago Teachers Union. You are willing to use your power to benefit those closest to you while using the children you say you care about as political cover for your disastrous decision making." Our next guest says this loan was all about Johnson's push to help illegal migrants, already costing his own taxpayers more than $500 million, that's with a B, $billion. Chicago resident Kata Truss joins us now with more. Kata, good morning. What a non-Christmas gift for the CEO, Pedro Martinez. What happened here?
Good morning. Basically, what happened is our mayor has decided that he wanted CEO Pedro Martinez to leave. They asked him to resign when he refused to secure the $300 million loan that the city wanted him to incur that would have put the city basically in a junk bond status and lowered the city's credit rating. And Pedro refused to adhere to that. Also, you know, we would be remiss if we didn't talk about, prior to our new elected school board being appointed, all of the board members resigned because when the mayor asked them to fire Pedro Martinez initially, they refused, citing that there was no real reason to fire him and the fact that they agreed with him not taking out the loan. And so, you know, we have our mayor who went to our state senator to maneuver the laws that took place that got our elected school board so that the Chicago teachers.
Okay, look, let me just say something. A state senator, listen to what she said. He went to when we told y'all this is all a ring. Remember, I keep telling y'all in our video, in all my videos, and Zelle, go subscribe to her channel. This is all a ring. You cannot get no help. This is all a Democrat machine. Chicago, Illinois, it's a Democrat machine, you all. You go to one place to get help, you can't get help because they all Democrats. So he went to listen to what she's saying. That's why I keep telling y'all, it gotta be a red wave from Springfield on down. We can't keep none of these people in office. That's why I keep saying the Democrat Party have to go. So listen, I just listen to what she's saying. I just want to make sure y'all listening.
Reason to fire him and the fact that they agreed with him not taking out the loan. And so, you know, we have our mayor who went to our state senator to maneuver the laws that took place that got our elected school board so that the Chicago Teachers Union could have control and of how those people were elected, and also giving the mayor more control, or CTU, because they're one and the same, when the appointments for the Chicago new elected board were appointed. And so as you see, initially, all of the members were supposed to be elected, and Mayor Johnson went to our state senator, I guess head in hand, and asked him to do things a little differently and to change how the members were going to be appointed, as well as how they were elected. I think that we would be remiss if we didn't talk about the fact that they asked these parents and regular community members to come up with 1,000 signatures in order to get on the ballot. Now, keep in mind that we have congressmen and state senators who don't have to have more than 300 signatures to get on the ballot. So to ask a parent to come up with that kind of signatures was already setting parents up to fail, putting him in a position to appoint the people that he wanted to appoint, which is why we have now our CEO of the Chicago Public Schools now being fired. fired.
Hey, Carter, let's take a look and remind our viewers about Mayor Johnson's record, a $982 million budget deficit, and proposing this $100 million property tax hike, spent $527 million on new migrant arrivals into Chicago's ShotSpotter gunshot detection tech, despite a 33-14 alderman vote in favor of saving it. Kata, what is the future now? What comes next with Pedro Martinez, the CEO? Because it appears he was fired, quote, without cause, and now has some legal standing perhaps to challenge it.
Well, of course, I'm sure that he is going to challenge it. I'm sure that he is going to probably sue the city of Chicago, which means that the city is going to find itself in deeper financial debt. And it's just a travesty. Let me just say that as mayor, any mayor who comes in has a right to appoint the person that they want. That's not what happened here with Pedro Martinez. Pedro Martinez basically lost his job because he refused to do something that would have been bad for the city. Keep in mind that also within this teacher's contract is a $2,000 set aside per month for migrant students only. Now, keep in mind that this is only for migrant students. It's not for underprivileged students. It's not for students whose families are in financial straits. Migrant students only. There's also a set aside of $60 million. Now, this is within the teacher's contract, which has nothing to do really with teachers for housing for students who are unhoused. And we know that that is another way of putting money aside for migrant families. And so Pedro Martinez.
Listen, y'all, did y'all hear what he said? Did y'all hear what she said? Did y'all hear what she said? When we told y'all the CTU, all of them should be all treason. When we said your state rep, your state's attorney, everybody, they all in on this. They all with this illegal alien crime. Listen what she said. Let's play it. Let's play it again. What was in that contract? That's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all, it be you all just voting out of feelings. Y'all voting out of identity politics, and you not looking and seeing what's going on.
Aside per month for migrant students.
Listen what she said.
Keep it. Who comes in has a right to appoint the person that they want. That's not what happened here with Pedro Martinez. Pedro Martinez basically lost his job because he refused to do something that would have been bad for the city. Keep in mind that also within this teacher's contract is a $2,000 set aside per month for migrant students only. Now, keep in mind that this is only for migrant students. It's not for underprivileged students. It's not for students whose families are in financial straits. Migrant students only. There's also a set aside of $60 million. Now, this is within the teacher's contract, which has nothing to do really with teachers for housing for students who are unhoused. And we know that that is another way of putting money aside for migrant families. And so Pedro Martinez.
That's got to just be up.
Y'all tired yet? Y'all tired yet? Are you tired yet? Are you all like really seeing what's going on? So not only did this man spend all of our tax dollars for illegal aliens, now you gonna put in a teacher's contract and CTU. So I'm going to spend in that budget. It's still hundreds of millions still allocated to illegal aliens in that budget your aldermen voted for. Not only are we gonna make sure that they are taken care of, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna cover it on this side. I'm gonna put in a listen. First of all, that's a violation. That's discrimination. If only migrant kids get 2K and not citizens, we need a lawsuit. We need a class action lawsuit because that's discrimination. You can't discriminate from one class to other. How you gonna discriminate from citizens from our own taxpayer, from our own money? So you gonna take our money and then discriminate against us from getting our own money. So you gonna discriminate against us and give our money to illegals, illegal aliens who have not spent a dime, and you gonna take our money and discriminate against us. So we can't get it. We don't qualify for it, but they do. You just heard what Carter Trust said, because see, Carter Trust, she deals with the teachers union. She deal with that. I don't know. I believe if she was a teacher or a part of that, but that's her thing. So not only in your CTU, what do that have to do with? What do a teachers union have to do with giving illegal kids 2K? And in the same contract, setting $60 million aside for them and for students that are for helping unhoused students. What kid? Listen, y'all. Think about it. Please think about this. Think about all since your kids been going to school. Think about it. All since your kids been going to a public school. Have you ever had a school to say, hey, you unhoused, you come here and you have no place to stay? First of all, think about it. If your kid would have went to school and didn't have a place to stay, they would have locked you up and they would have took your kid from you. Think about it, you all. If your kid would have went to school without having a place to stay, that was on the street, supposedly on the street, they would have took your kid from you, gave your kid to DCFS, and then they would have did something with you, told you can't get your kid back until you get yourself straight. That's what they would have did. I don't know no kid that went to a public school and they knew didn't have a place to stay, and they said, okay, let's help these kids. I don't know. Back then, think about it. Do you all know when you was homeless, wasn't you scared to tell your school that you was homeless because you knew they was gonna take your kid? Because they was gonna say, if you don't got a place to stay, you can't care for the kid. Now, all of a sudden, think about it. All of a sudden, we got 2.2 million people, Democrats. This is their agenda. You allow 22 million illegals over here, put them in sanctuary cities, because we're in sanctuary cities, and now, you have a Democrat puppet come in and put in the budget that now, since you got all these illegals in Chicago, and you trying to give them everything, free housing, free everything over the American citizens. Now you're going to pretend to act like you care about unhoused kids, because we know that all these illegals are here and they brought all their kids here, and now you going to take our tax money and say that you're going to put all this money aside to give housing in the house to illegal kids that don't have a place to stay, unhoused kids. Oh, so now all of a sudden we okay and have a problem with unhoused kids, and now they parents can now get, if you come here and you get an unhoused kid, now you can get a free house, do all this, free all of this. Oh, now that's acceptable. But it wasn't acceptable then. We would have been locked up, or our kids would have been taken from us. But all of a sudden now it's acceptable that you can now have a kid to come into public school and say, I don't have a place to stay. And now you take our tax dollars and say, hey, we're going to fund this whole family with a place to stay and rent and everything. Who having that problem? All these illegals that you done brought in. That's making up majority of our homelessness. Because everybody else They got a place to stay because it was mandatory you had to have an address and a place to stay to even enrollment in a public school. So now everything changing. Now y'all changing laws and all this to fund these illegals and getting them free everything. So y'all just gonna make a way. Y'all gonna keep rewriting things, keep rewriting history, keep rewriting laws, keep rewriting everything to give our money to these people. Are we seeing the bigger picture now? Are we really understanding what's really happening now? Could somebody please tell me that y'all understanding what's happening, what's going on? Can y'all please let me know that, okay, Danny, I see really what's going on. If you are with the Democrat Party and you mad and you vote blue no matter who, and you just so mad at us people who voted for Trump, and y'all just can't believe that we voted for Trump. Do you all kind of getting are you getting the bigger picture now? Are you really seeing what's going on? It shouldn't even have to take all this. You should be able to look and see what's happening. It's almost scary that you can't even see this just seeing it. I didn't vote no matter. I didn't vote no. I didn't vote no who. That's what you said. Yes, sis. What are we saying? I love you. I see it. Thank you. I know. Please, y'all. Please. I am black. I changed to Republican about 15 years ago. Good job. Blinded by witchcraft. Yes. Yes. Blinded by witchcraft. You all. This is that. They pastors don't care either. Yeah, the bootleg pastors. You all don't even live in our city. You all, that's another thing. Your pastors, these preach. I think I'm gonna have a live. I'm gonna do a live just on these preachers. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a live just on these, these freeloading, these sellout, freeloading, money hungry pastors. And we got a whole lot of them in Chicago. And a whole lot of them black. Yeah, let's talk about these pastors that you paying all your money to tasks. That's on you, telling you that God said you better pay your tithes, or you gonna get blessed, a big blessing if you pay your tithes. We're gonna talk about these sellout pastors. Let's talk about them. Yeah, let's dedicate a whole live to them. Your sellout pastors. Yeah, who make you feel bad for not accepting this. Who make you feel bad because you don't vote blue no matter who, but they don't even live in your communities. They pull up in their nice cars and they go out there to one of those rich suburban neighborhoods and lead you to your own demise. I haven't seen not one pastor with these mega churches come and stand behind us and say when we complain about how our homes are being stolen, how the Democrat Party is stealing our homes, how these illegals are all in our neighborhood wreaking havoc. All of this havoc. I haven't seen not one of them come out and stand behind us and say, you know what, I stand with my people in Chicago, or I stand with my members. That's the sad truth. That's the sad truth about y'all preachers. Anybody that's going to a mega church in Chicago, y'all need to be ashamed of yourself. Seriously. All it is religious. Anytime you go into a mega church in Chicago paying your tithes faithfully, and your pastor ain't saying nothing about this, your pastor ain't even addressing this, what's going on, but yet you come and pay your back dollars and all your money to this community while your tax dollars is getting taken and being taken and stolen by this Democrat Party that's stealing your tax dollars and funding this illegal crisis, knowing it's to your detriment, knowing it's displacing you and pushing you out of your neighborhoods, knowing it, and still won't even touch on it. Let them go broke. These pastors need to go broke. Let them go broke and see how it feels to be in a community and have to deal with this. Like the gentleman said in that video earlier I just showed, that was talking in Aurora, like he said, when people don't care because they didn't fall at their doorstep. They're not dealing with this because it's not at their doorstep. They're in those large gated houses and community, and they don't have to deal with it. So they don't care. You got to care because you right here in the line of fire dealing with it. And you got to worry about your kids, and you got to worry about your homes being taken and your tax dollars steady going up. And this dumb mayor spending your money giving it all to people who haven't paid a dime in the system. You heard what Tom Homan said. How dare you take these people money, America, and then y'all get mad because we say America first? Y'all got to be a special kind of dumb to get mad because you hear somebody say America first, MAGA. Because you hear somebody say MAGA, America, make America great again, you got to be a special kind of dumb to get mad. Like Tom Homan said, because we trying to put America first, because we saying no, American citizens count, no, the safety of American citizens, they money, you spending their money on these people who haven't put a dime into the system, and y'all mad at us because we are doing what y'all mayors and governors should have been doing for your own people when you swore on that Bible when you were getting sworn in to protect your citizens. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. They're showing what their true goals are and what they do. Yeah. So, y'all, I hope y'all seen the bigger picture. Man, I could listen to her talk about shoveling snow. Subscribe. No, y'all, I'm trying to get you subscribed. Thank you. Yes. But no public officials. Yeah. They don't care. Long we put them in office, long as we get paid, long as they get paid. Thank you, my sister, for telling the truth. Yes, it's really crazy how they don't want to put, it's really crazy how they don't want to put America first. We citizens should be ashamed too. Yes, I keep saying everything that's happening is a direct indictment on us. Everything that is happening is in direct indictment on us because we are allowed it and have allowed it for a very long time. So everything that's happening, we should be ashamed. They doing what they do. They doing what politicians been doing. Chicago is the #1 crooked city. Corruption has been here forever. The #1 crooked city corruption, the #1 city, it's been that way. In America, Chicago is known to be the most corrupt city in America. That's what Chicago is known for. And we, the citizens, been allowing this for a very long time, and we should be ashamed of ourselves for allowing this and not even opening our eyes or care about our tax dollars or our community or our kids to say, no, we're not going to do this. We have not had a Republican mayor in here since 1930, I think, 32 or something. Don't quote me on this, I'm not sure. But we haven't had a Republican in a long time. We should be ashamed of ourselves. At some point, we should say, hey, this party ain't working. Let's try another party. Let's try independent. Let's try something different. After 60, 70 years, you mean to tell me we can't try nothing different? Y'all ain't thought about trying nothing different? That's crazy. This is a direct indictment on us. It shows that we have low self-esteem. It shows that we don't love our kids. Heck, we don't even love ourselves. It shows that we definitely don't love our communities. It cares that we definitely don't care about our communities or nothing about what's happening. That's what it shows. But you know what the politician shows? All what they doing, it shows that they love their kids because they would not allow their kids to go through this. It shows that they love their families because they're not going to allow their families to be subject to what we allow our families to be subject to. So it shows that. And it shows that we the dumb ones because we put them in office and they only doing what we allow them to do. So who really are the dumb ones? We walking and seeing that's their problem. I said we walking and seeing that's their problem. Let's be America first Constitution. Yes, America first, you all. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Trump 2025, mass deportation. Yes, that part. Hey, yes, that's crazy. So you all listen. We gonna look this year. If y'all want to have a New Year's resolution, seriously, let's commit to making sure we hold our elected officials accountable. That means our state representative, our Congress people accountable, our mayor accountable, our governor accountable, our aldermen accountable, our state's attorney accountable, our Cook County president board accountable. We're going to hold everybody accountable. Let's do that. Let's make sure, because you see what she said, when Brandon Johnson wanted to change something and do something that we don't do, what did he do? He went to the state rep and did that and got things done. And the only reason why he was able to do that, because we got Democrats from top to bottom. So they all in a ring that they looking out for each other, and you, the citizens, can't get no help. Because if you go to your aldermen, they all have sold you out, can't get no help. If you go to Pratt Wrinkle, your Cook County president, she done sold you out. You can't get no help from her. If you go to Kim Fox, your state attorney, you can't get no help. If you go to Kwame Raoul, you can't get no help. If you go to Prisker, you can't get no help. If you go to what is the other one? Tammy Duckworth, all of them, you can't get no help. Everybody is, all Democrat ran, everybody is working for each other, and everybody scratching each other back, all while selling you out. And can't nobody in Chicago go to nobody and get no help. And y'all wonder why we voted for Trump. And y'all wonder why we say flip this whole mother freaking place red. And y'all wonder why. Too far the matter is in, and it's going to hurt. They would, DC Republicans support Chicago. Yeah, DC Republicans support Chicago. And we're going to make sure they do what they supposed to do. We know there's a lot of rhinos and sellout Republicans. We understand that. Trust me, we understand that. That's why we listen, you all, we got the Democrats, we got MAGA, we got Republicans. MAGA is it's under Republican, but it's a whole different movement in itself. That's why Republicans can't stand Donald Trump, MAGA. Democrats can't stand MAGA, because even though we got the sellout rhinos in there who sell America out too, we got Trump administration who are for America first. So that's why you got a lot of Republicans that hate Donald Trump, because he's coming with a whole agenda, which you've been selling the people out, Republicans, and you've been selling the people out, Democrat. But the Make America Great is a whole other agenda in itself. Yeah, we run it under the Republican Party, but we on a whole nother level. We didn't revamp that old Republican Party, and all y'all rhinos getting ready to be exposed, and we on a whole other agenda, which is for America first. That's the movement. That's what it is. We are for America first in everything. America first for jobs. America first for taking care of our people, veterans people. America first for making sure America is secure with the borders. America first for making sure these companies that left come back to America. We are no longer selling our jobs out all over the place to China and in Mexico. No, we're going to bring our factories back here and making sure Americans, legal Americans, hold those positions. No, it's America first. That's the agenda. That's what we for. And let me say this, because let me be clear with this one. We're not talking about, like I said on TikTok, you people are trying to blur the lines. They're trying to make us seem like, or make Trump or Tom Homan seem like that he's talking about legal immigrants that came here legally. Listen, no we not. Anybody who came to this country legally, who went through the process, who did everything that was mandated for them to do to be a legal citizens, this is not, they are us, they are people. So we're not talking about them. So let's not let the narrative of the media try to make it seem like we all against legal and illegal immigrants. No, we not. No, we not. And we're not going to allow them to do that. It's actually insult when you try to put illegal and legal in the same breath, like just like you try to put black and illegals in the same breath. It's an insult. So no, we're not going to do that. We're not talking about that. People who did it the right way and went through everything they had to go through to get here and become an American citizens, we're not talking about them. They're American citizens. They coming over here, doing what they have to do. We're talking about these illegal aliens who came over here illegally, broke the law, like Tom Homan say, all those gotaways, all those criminals, all them rapists, all these people who just came over here to get free everything off the taxpayer dollars. We're talking about those illegal aliens got to go. That's who, when I talk, that's who I'm addressing. People who broke the law to get here. Criminals. That's who I'm addressing. Illegal aliens, not legal immigrants. So stop trying on some of these comments. Stop trying to do that. Stop trying to blur that line. We're very clear on who we're talking about. So that's what I'm saying. All right? Legal immigrants are U.S. citizens as well. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, you all. No, that is what Trump said. So, yes. You know what it said. Hold on. You know what it said. If I said what she is saying, I would be called a racist. Yes, that's the problem. If my white brothers and sisters, they have silenced you and labeled you so much like they did other people in Springfield, Ohio. Whenever you all say something which is right, like what Trump said and what Tom Homan be saying, they label you all as racist and they label you all as they give y'all all kind of names, which in place always try to silence you all. That's what the Democrat Party do. Anytime you speak up on what is right and what's happening, that's exactly what the comment, like she said, they label you racist. If you're a white person and you say something about blacks, or if you say something about Hispanics or Venezuela, whatever, they're going to label you as racist. Even though you saying everything is all factual, like they did in Springfield, Ohio, because they let 20,000 Haitians come into a community of 50,000 people. Imagine that. Imagine if you let 50, you got a town of 50,000, a small town of 50,000, and you fly in 20,000 illegal aliens in there. And then when you know it's going to be happening, you just dump them into a community. And now when they complain about it, you call them racist, or you make them scared to complain because you label them as racist. That's why I keep saying, we don't care about labels no more. All that labeling and things like that, I never cared about it. So you can call me whatever you want to call me. If it's a man and I see a man and it's a woman and you all want me to, I'm clearly looking at a man and you try to tell me it's a woman, no, that's a man. You can call me homophobic. You can call me whatever you want to call me, but you're not going to call me a liar. I'm going to call it just what it is. Labels don't hurt me, but I know what you're saying because racist, that's what they do. But see, that's what they tried to do to us. They tried to say because we were black and down there complaining about these illegals, they tried to put up flyers on poles talking about the black people hating on illegals and hating on my immigrants and that we're xenophobic. Okay. See, y'all labels don't y'all can call me xenophobic. Okay. Yeah, I do have a problem with people coming over here illegally and being dumped in United States. Yes, and especially in my neighborhood. Yes, so you can call me whatever you want to call me. Y'all can call me whatever. This is what the Democrat Party do. They put labels on you to keep you quiet. They put labels on you to make you be quiet, to silence you because you exposing them, and they want you to believe that good is evil, evil is good. They want you to believe all these lies that man is a woman, and you better not call that man a man, even though you see clearly that's a man, but you better not say it. So this is what, for fear of being labeled. This is what the Democrat Party has done, and successfully they have done this. But I don't care about the labels. You can call me xenophobic, homophobic, racist. I don't care, whatever you want to call me. Okay? But I know, but I'm going to tell you again, I don't care what you say. Get this up out of here. I don't care what you say. I don't want that man in my washroom. I don't care what you say. I don't want this man around my daughter in the washroom. Okay. Call it what you want to call it. Okay. That's how you, so yeah, that's what they do. They try to definitely label you. And if y'all would say something like that, my white brothers and sisters, of course, you would be called racist, just like they did in Springfield. And that's why Springfield, Ohio residents were saying that they were, because they had made them say they were racist and tried to make them look a certain way, that now they had to defend themselves as, we're not racist. We're just saying this because this is happening, but we're not racist. So now, instead of telling the truth and defending their community, they got to defend themselves about not being racist. That's the Democrat way. That's how they silence you. And it's not working. Keep it up, telling them the truth. God bless you and your family. Thank you. I subscribe. Please, yes, please, y'all, like and subscribe. Please like, subscribe, and get the notifications. Because when I go live, you will be notified. And please share. Please share with all your brothers and sisters that are Democrats and that want to keep continually destroying this country and destroying this Chicago. Because the only way we are going to make a difference, you all, is they get the information out. They get the real news, not the fake news. The real news of with somebody who's telling them, who got their boots on the ground working, telling them what's going on. Telling them how we being sold out, showing them that this is not, we not lying, showing them this. This is how they're going to get the information. They're going to have to understand and hear it from somebody that look just like them, from somebody where they from. I'm not in a gated community. I don't have a real big house around a bunch of rich people and trying to tell you what's going on in your neighborhood. I'm in the neighborhood telling you what's going on in your neighborhood. I'm just like you. I'm just like you. I'm from Chicago. I don't have a master's degree. I'm not this type of person who up there talking about, well, John, I don't think that's happening. That's not true. That's not being shown. It's only one game number. How dare you say that? No. I'm from Chicago telling you, Negro. Open your ass, Negro. Bohawk, Brandon Johnson, Tom Homan. Trump, arrest this Negro right here. I'm that person. Just like you. So that's all, that's what it is. Chicago Flips Red is a grassroots organization who we're doing everything on our own, and nobody is paying us. People be talking about who paying y'all. No, nobody. So that's that, you all. So I listen. What we saying? Yeah, horrible. Speaking the truth, yes. So like I said, you all, these are our sweatshirts that just came out. If you want that, go to Chicago, all hands on deck, and get your sweatshirt. All hands on deck. That's one way to support us. Get a sweatshirt. Or look, y'all, I'll show y'all again for the people who came in here late. Your aldermen that voted crazy and voted for this budget. Look at the Disgrace 50, y'all. Disgrace 50, we got these shirts. And look at the back. We coming for them seats. There's another shirt y'all. Thank you so much, Trey Raleigh. Thank you, Trey Raleigh. What's the plan? What you say? What's the plan for Springfield? Okay, so the plan for Springfield is once we go, first of all, we got to go to Washington. We got to go to this president. We're trying to get to the president inauguration and go down there because it's going to be a lot of people down there. that we need to get in touch with and need to meet, because we, like I told y'all on here, the plan is we not finna play, let them play Republicans party play, kick the can down the road. No, we want some things implemented, especially in Chicago. We need the DOJ here. We need the FBI here. We need this this Chicago mayor, these aldermen. We need them to get investigated. We need the platinum plan. We need for the citizens of Chicago to get the things that we need. That's one of the foremost things that we need to go to the White House and talk about. We got 4 years that Trump is in office. We need to get everything that's supposed to be done to make Chicago great again, to make Illinois great again. That's what we need to get done. Then we need to go to Springfield. So that's the first thing, getting to Washington, which is next month for the inauguration and stuff like that. The next thing, and that's what we have to pay. That's what I was saying. If you all want to donate and help and things like that, that would really help for our airfare, our our hotel fee and all that stuff, because we're doing all this with our money, limited income. We're doing this. So if you all want to get shirts and stuff like this, and that would really help. So that's one of the things. Now, once we go there, our next mission is to go to Springfield. We got to get a lot of people there. If you all want to go to Springfield, because that's going to directly, because Pritzker is signing a lot of bills that's going to be implemented the first of the year, and doing a lot of things that's going to directly hurt Chicago and Springfield, in Illinois. So our thing is to go to Springfield once it opened back up, and to get down there, find out when you can go down there and have a public forum and things like that, and to make sure we get that Laquan McDonald bill passed, so we can be able to recall these mayors and these aldermen and these state's attorneys. So we got to be able to do those, and that we don't want Chicago to be a sanctuary city no more. We want to get a lot of things done, so we have to go down to Springfield and let our voices be heard. We got to change all these things. So with President Trump being in office and he's not for these sanctuary cities, and they're talking about not working with him, it's going to really help us to get things done to dismantle these sanctuary cities. So we got some work to do. So those are the first steps. And then, of course, making sure you all know who your aldermen are, how they've been selling you out. We've been doing Famous Fridays on Zelle channel. Make sure y'all go on Zelle channel and subscribe too, because Zoe really been giving y'all the details, breaking it down. So make sure you go to Zelle channel and subscribe to you all, because we are doing Famous Friday every Friday. Your alderman is being put on the spotlight for what they've been doing, how they've been selling you out. So we're doing that on Zelle channel, me, Miss Jessica Jackson, and Zole. So Zoe just give you a bunch of information that you all like for real. Break it down, going into the money part. So our goal is to wake Chicago up, especially before this next election, because we have to turn it red. We cannot allow these people to stay up in here. Charlie said, didn't Johnson block? Yes, he did. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, he did block us from being able to see. This is why I'm saying they're a dictator. Yes, Brandon Johnson did block it. Well, we cannot. We wanted to have we wanted a say or a vote to be on the ballot that came up in this election, to be for the people to be able to vote to say whether we wanted Chicago to be a sanctuary city or not. And that's what we were trying to do, to put that on the ballot so we can vote and have a say. So your dictator, who's supposed to be for democracy, your Democrat party, your Democrat puppet, block that, because they don't believe in democracy. They don't believe in the people having a say so. They believe in you only have a say so when you agree with them. When you don't agree with them, you have no say so. That's the only thing they believe. They are the real dictators, not Trump. They're the real dictators. So yes, he did block that. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, he did. So You say, where's the mohawk? Right. So yeah, so this is the shirt we will be wearing. We go down there, Disgrace 50, show your ornaments, and we coming for those seats. And then we also have the Chicago, Chicago flips red. So everybody in Chicago need to be walking around with one of these shirts. Serious. But it's somewhere we need to be saying we're gonna flip this whole Chicago. In order to do that, people gotta see that, oh wow, Chicago is really making a change. Chicago is really not playing. These politicians got to see that they work for us. And then I need you all to make sure you call your aldermen. You gotta call your aldermen and all your state rep and everything. And you gotta let them know. I know that you voted on this bogus budget. You know that you did what you did. You should have never did that and you sold me out. Guess what? We coming for them seats and you will not have that job come next election. And the reason why you call let them know that is because they're going to have, next year, it's going to be more budgets they have to vote on. And of course, let me see. Let's do the super chat right here. Cheryl G. 43 says, all those who came under Biden and got papers and driver's license, which they all did, are illegal too. They need to go to exactly. All those people who got them driver's license. I told you in Illinois alone, they did they fast track 150,000 driver's license to these illegals. Yes, they did. They need to go too. Because, and I told y'all in my other video that I think it was yesterday that Joe Biden and them fast tracked 3.5, 3.3, or it's way, that was months ago. 3.3 million people to, my thing said just went out. Y'all hear me? He just fast tracked 3.3 million illegals to citizenship within just a few months. In a few months before election. I talked about that yesterday. So yeah, they gotta go. This is ridiculous. So you spending our tax dollars because you had appointed more judges, more lawyers, everything to fast track these people. They said more in history. He fast tracked more people in history. Guess, and we paid for that. So yeah, these people gotta go. They have to go. So yes. So so make sure you order that. And I know a lot of you all ask me about my to just donate to me personally. So I do have a Cash App. I'm gonna put that all up in the I'm gonna pin that to the comments, you all. So if you all just want to donate to me personally for for that, I do have a Cash App. I know you all asked me about the Zelle and things, but well, if you all want to donate to Chicago Flips Red for our mission first, going to Springfield, going down in January to Washington, then I'm gonna put the PayPal link there, and you can for the shirts and everything, you can go to the email Chicago All Hands on Deck, and if you want a T-shirt, or a shirt or whatever, that's gonna be that email, and the PayPal link to donate for Chicago Flips Red. If you want to, I'm gonna put that all in the pin that to the comments. Now, if you want to just donate to me personally, Danny, I'm gonna put my Cash App and my Zelle on the chat, which is my email. And also, if you want training, I'm gonna put that. You can go to my IG page and inbox me, or my Facebook page, inbox me, because I will be if you want to sign up for training or get the virtual training, I'm gonna put all that. I got an X account, so you can go on there, and if you want training and things like that. But I thank you all for always, you all have been saying, Danny, how can we donate? How can we donate to you? I really appreciate that, you all. Like, that means a lot to me, because God know what he doing. Because I'm like, when I took that stand, like, Lord, if I lose everything, and I did, I lost a lot, but he's so amazing, you all, because don't you ever, ever, ever second guess God. It might look like you lose, and you probably do feel it. You might feel it. But the real big picture is you're not losing anything. Trey Raleigh said, if you could, Danny, would you run for mayor? No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. You know, I wouldn't run for mayor. Nope. Nope, I wouldn't. And I had talked about that why I wouldn't when last in a video previously. I talked about why I wouldn't. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You just never know what God got for you. You see what I'm saying? You never know. It might get to the point, because like I told you all in the last video yesterday, sometimes you don't even have the only people who don't want to do something but they do something and they have to is because they really love the country. They really love Chicago. They see the injustice and they saying, like Trump. I said in my other video yesterday, Trump didn't have to run for president. He's a billionaire. He was never a career politician. He's a billionaire. He was a billionaire. Trump lost money for being a president. Look what they did to him being president. He lost money. He never took a president's salary all while he was president, and then don't plan on taking one now. That's when you love the country. That's when you see the country is so far off until you say, I got to step up and do something, even though I don't want to, because I know it's going to be an issue. I have to because I love the country. That's when that happens. I have no interest in being in politics like that, I really don't. But if I had to, if that was something God have in my path, if that's something he have in my path, because right now it ain't, I don't have it in my path. I have no interest. But if that's something God have in my path, it will only be because I keep seeing the injustice and I will have to do something about it. And that means running myself like for some office to really make a change. That's what that comes to. And that comes to really loving your country or loving your city or seeing the injustice and saying, I got to do something about it. That's what that would come from. Not because I really want to, seriously. It would be because God had mandated me to do it. That's what that would come from. Because I always thought I'm serious. I train. I'm great at training. That's what I do. Everybody know me from training. Everybody know me in Chicago as, oh, that's Danni C. That's a trainer. Danni C get those results. She do this. That's what I'm known for. And I just thought I was just going to be training. That's, if you ask me, Danni, where do you see yourself doing? A year or two ago, training. That's what I'm having, a gym, this and that, big gym doing that. That's what I have told you. I would never told you I'll be doing this. Never told you that. You all would never know, because I would never have thought that. But when you follow God and you do what he tell you to do, and you just say, God, whatever it is, wherever he leads you, you never know, because you always feel like you're not even qualified to do certain things. Like, seriously, y'all, let me just be honest, and then I'm gonna get off here because it's 2 hours. I used to be scared of speaking. I don't like speaking to people like this. I don't even like talking to people, going live and talking. I used to do that on Facebook, but I had to get over that. But I go live because I'm talking about training. I'm talking about stuff I love. I'm talking about stuff I know. And I'm talking about people being healthy. I used to do that. But I never used to like being live and talking to people because, y'all, let me be honest. When I was little, I had a stuttering problem. I stuttered a lot. It's hard for me to pronounce certain words. So I don't know. I mean, and I'm guessing you all can tell, like, it's hard for me to pronounce certain words. And when I was younger, I couldn't pronounce a lot of words. I used to stutter. So speaking out loud and stuff was always a problem to me. And I always had a problem with speaking, as far as pronouncing words and things. And still said Danni C for Chicago U.S. Citizens of the Year. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. So yeah, so to be speaking to people other than, just talking about training and things I just really love and do, that was something. No, I'm not gonna just be speaking to people like that, because it's hard for me to pronounce words and things and doing that and stuff. So you would just never, God, what's so unbelievable about God is the very thing that you not good at, the very thing that you don't see yourself doing, that's the very thing he'll have you doing. You don't even feel qualified to do stuff because, like I said, you don't have those, you're not very articulate, and you're not well spoken. So you don't ever think, if you're not well spoken, you don't think you're gonna be a speaker. You would never say, I'll be speaking to people, because that's not one of your strength. So you don't go into speaking if that's not your strength. So to be speaking to people and telling y'all this, or going up there doing this, that would be something I would never thought I would do, because I'm not good at that. But it's something, it's just when God do something, it's just what it is, y'all. I'm good at training. So I'll do that all day, speak about it, talk about it, because that, but to really sit there and have a serious conversation about these things, no. Because you people critiquing you. She don't even know how to say this word. Like, I'll be laughing with you all when I say the way I say axe. I say axe. And people are laugh because they spell it A-X-E, how I say axe. But it's really ask. But see, people, because you say things and the way you pronounce words and things, yeah, people, they ready to criticize you. So that's what it is. But when you just obedient, you don't know how God gonna use you, and you just gotta say yeah, and He gonna do the rest. And see, my thing is, I'm not trying to come off as somebody who know this and speak with. I'm not trying to come off, because that's not me. I'm a real person dealing with real issues like you. I'm frustrated just like you. I'm seeing this injustice just like you. I'm just, that's what it is. I don't want to be, I only want to be authentic to me, to be real to me, to come off and let you all know this is real. This is not a game. This is not nothing, a joke. This is not this is a real person with real issues coming to you real. That's it. However it come off is how it come off. I'm just being my real self. And that's all I can be. That's what it is. And that's the only way. And the reason why I say when you don't want to run, Samuel, thank you, said, we admire your bravery and commitment for this cause and speaking up. We all are so proud of you. Thank you, Miss Danni C. What an amazing warrior. Thank you so much, Samuel Lark. Thank you. So yeah, so that's it. And the reason why I keep saying about politics is because, see, when you get into politics, they want you to be politically correct, and they want you to say things like instead of saying illegals, they want you to say newcomers, and if you don't say that, oh my God, you offended half of these people. People want to get offended by you and want to call you things. See, you got to be, and they want you to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be politically correct with what you want me to do. I'm not going to do that. And see, with politicians, they want to critique you with everything, and that's just not who I'm going to be. If I do that, you're going to get the real Danni C. You're going to get the real me. And you might hate it or you might love it. I don't know. But you're going to get this Danni. You're not going to get me standing up there saying, well, I think that everybody is entitled to the American dream. And it's that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you no. Nope. No, that's a man. I'm not going, and then they're going to say, well, you offended this person. I don't, no, I'm going to call it what it is. That's a man. And a man can't be a woman, and a woman can't be a man. Now, if that's what you want to be with yourself, then you do that. But you don't expect me to indulge in your delusion. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to call it what it is. See, I can't be that way. So that's one of the things about being into politics, because I'm just not going to be politically correct with nothing. I'm just going to be what it is. I'm going to tell you the truth. And that may offend half of the people. I don't know. But that's what it is. So that's one of the things, you think about. And I don't know, but yeah, that's what it is. That's what I think a lot of people admire about Trump so much. Because if you notice, Trump don't try to be politically correct. He say how he feel. He say what he mean. He gonna tell you they eating your cats and dogs. The people are eating your animals, your pets. And everybody, oh my God, how could you say that on national TV in front of the millions and millions of people? How can Trump say that illegals are eating their pets and the cats and dogs? Oh my God, he's just ignorant. That's how you see what they did to him. That would be, y'all, that would be me. That would be something I would say it, period. And you see how they, when Trump said that, you see how they really tried to make this man public enemy number one. But it's all facts. It's all true. And I'm not going to say it to spare your feelings. I'm not going to say that to make you feel better about yourself and when you know it's wrong. I'm going to tell you what it is, and I don't care if you get mad. That's why people love Trump so much, because he was never a career politician. He was a businessman, a New Yorker who spoke how they feel, said what it was. If he didn't like you, he didn't like you, whether you was black, white, purple, green. If he talk about you, he gonna talk about you, whether you liked it or not. Tell you how he feel. I don't like you. Why you like? Because I just don't like you because I think you fake and phony. That's how Trump gonna tell you. So and people don't like that because they want to be lied to. They want you to talk in a way that it's not so harsh. That's how people, they so used to being lied to and so used to being deceived until when you tell the truth, they call you, whatever, they call you not well spoken or not, you know how they talk about you with Trump, how they talk about him, all the names they give him. So that would be me, y'all. So I don't know. That would be me, y'all. But anyway, you also, Zoe, make sure y'all go subscribe to Zoe because I believe she's going live now, and she may be live already. But make sure you all go subscribe to Zoe because she's giving a bunch of information. She be, we like tag teaming these administration. So like I said, thank you all so much. And remember, always, I love you all, but always remember, and I'm going to always, before I end, I'm going to always lead you to Christ. So if you're not saved and you don't know you saved, you're not sure. I'm not talking about going to these big churches because that don't make you saved. And half of these churches don't even follow, these pastors don't even follow what they preach. They just getting money. We're going to talk about them. So I'm not talking about you if you just go to church. Not that. If you don't have a personal relationship with God where you talking to him and he's leading you and and you can go to ask him, Father God, should I do this? If this is the right way, lead me. And you can't hear from him and you don't have a personal relationship, then you got to get one. Not going to church, not being religious. If you don't know, this is all you have to do. Repent and confess and believe. So when you repent, Father God, please forgive me for my sins. Forgive me for everything I have done knowingly and not knowingly. If it's wrong, some things you do that you don't know you're sinning, but forgive me for all the things that I did wrong. Repent for knowingly and unknowingly. Forgive me, Father. Confess with your mouth. Jesus, I believe that you are the Son of God. I believe you died for my sins, and I believe you rose with all power in your hand. I believe that you rose and you are up there waiting to come back and judge the world, that you are the Son of God. Father God, please, I don't know you. I don't know who you are. I don't even have no relationship with you, but I want one. So I need you, Father God, to I want a personal relationship with you, Jesus Christ. Come into me, give me all of you and take all of me. I just want to know you, to know that I know who you are. That's it. And once you confess that and ask that and believe that and really be sincere with that, he's going to do it. He's going to come in and he's going to start revealing himself to you in a way you're going to be like, oh my God, that you're going to know without a shadow of a doubt that it's him. That's it. Jesus, he's going to reveal himself to you because he's probably been waiting on you and pulling you to do this all along. So do that. Make sure you have your personal relationship with Christ and repent. And you all, we gonna do better, because like I keep saying, and what I'm gonna keep saying before I end, we're in a spiritual battle. We're not fighting against flesh and blood. These people are dealing with evil spirits, money spirits, greed, lust. These are the spirits that's governing and that's inside these people. Brandon Johnson, they get billed. They selling us out for millions of dollars. They're selling us out for little money, but they had a spirit of greed and money. This is what we're dealing with. We're in a spiritual battle. Chicago, if you know, the government spirits are murder. We got the murder, it's murder central. It's corruption. Those spirits that govern Chicago are governing it. And we have to bring, the Bible tells us that we are fighting principalities in high places, evil, wickedness in high places. So those, we had to deal with them in the spirit. So we got to have the Spirit of God behind us, and we got to have Him in us. So that's what we're going to need to fight this evil and these principalities in high places. So when I say God, I got to make it very clear that I'm talking about Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. All right? I love you all. I love you all so much. Zole may be live. Make sure you all go subscribe to her channel. Please like and subscribe and share, because I will be going live. I think we're going to talk about either the pastors. We might talk about them, you all. But I love you all so much, and please be blessed. And I will put all the links when this video finish loading. I will put all the links pinned to the comment section. But I love y'all. And I pray that God keep you all. Thanks for all the super chats and the support of everybody. Thank you so much. I love you all. Bye-bye.